Arjun was an ordinary young man who lived in a small town. He wasn't the brightest student in his school, nor the most athletic. But he carried within him something that most people around him overlooked, a quiet determination. His father, a retired soldier, had always told him, "Talent may open the first door, but discipline will take you through all of them." As a child, Arjun never fully understood what his father meant. To him, discipline felt like restrictions: waking up early, studying on time, cleaning his room, exercising daily. His friends laughed at him, saying he was too serious for his age. They often skipped classes, played video games late into the night, and teased him when he chose to stay home and finish his work. But Arjun had seen how his father lived. Even after retirement, his father woke up at 5 a.m., cleaned the yard, read for an hour, and kept himself fit. There was a rhythm to his life, a steadiness that never wavered. Slowly, Arjun began to understand that discipline was not a punishment, it was a strength, a secret weapon. When Arjun entered college, the real test began. Surrounded by distractions, many students lost themselves in parties, laziness, or excuses. Arjun too was tempted. There were days when he wanted to sleep in, skip assignments, or ignore his exercise routine. But his father's words echoed in his mind, reminding him that small habits built great character. So he made a promise to himself: no matter what, he would stick to 3 daily disciplines: wake up early, exercise, and dedicate at least 3 hours to focused study. The first few weeks were hard. His body resisted the early mornings, his mind wandered when he tried to study, and the lure of friends calling him to join them was strong. But every time he felt weak, he told himself, discipline is choosing between what you want now and what you want most. Months passed, and the results began to show. While others crammed the night before exams, Arjun was calm, having revised consistently. When his friends struggled with health issues, he remained strong because of his regular exercise. Professors began to notice his reliability: he always submitted assignments on time, always prepared for discussions. Discipline was shaping his character quietly, like a sculptor shaping stone. He wasn't the smartest, but he was consistent. He wasn't the fastest, but he was steady. And soon, people began to notice. One day, his college announced a national-level competition for engineering students. It required building a working model of a sustainable energy system within 3 months. Many students were excited at first, but as weeks passed, most gave up, calling it too hard. Arjun, however, decided to participate. He knew he wasn't the most talented designer, but he trusted his discipline. Every day, after classes, he worked for 4 hours on the project. Even when progress was slow, he didn't stop. There were nights when frustration made him want to quit. The model didn't function as planned, the calculations seemed impossible, and doubt whispered in his ear, "You're not good enough." But discipline silenced the doubt. His routine didn't allow him to give up. Step by step, failure by failure, correction by correction, his project began to take shape. The day of the competition arrived. Dozens of students from across the country displayed their models. Some looked grander, more sophisticated, and Arjun felt nervous. But when the judges examined his work, they noticed something rare: precision, consistency, and practicality. His model wasn't flashy, but it worked flawlessly. When results were announced, Arjun didn't win first prize, but he won second, beating students from prestigious universities. For him, it was a victory greater than any trophy. Later, one of the judges told him, many students had brilliant ideas, but only a few had the discipline to bring them to life. You're one of them. At that moment, Arjun remembered his father's words and realized their truth. Talent had not brought him this far. Discipline had. Years later, Arjun carried the same discipline into his career. While many colleagues complained about workload and deadlines, he managed his time well. He earned the trust of his seniors, eventually leading major projects. People often asked him the secret of his success. He always smiled and said, "Discipline. It is the bridge between goals and achievements." Discipline is often misunderstood. Many think it is about strict rules, sacrifices, or lack of freedom. But in reality, discipline is freedom, the freedom from chaos, from regret, from wasted potential. It transforms ordinary effort into extraordinary results. Arjun's story teaches us that discipline doesn't make life easy, it makes life meaningful. It may be silent, but it is powerful. It doesn't shine instantly, but over time, it builds a foundation so strong that nothing can shake it. And just like Arjun, anyone, no matter their talent or background, can achieve greatness if they walk the path of discipline, one small step at a time. Discipline is not a one-time act, it is a lifelong habit. It is waking up when you want to sleep, working when you want to rest, choosing growth when comfort tempts you. Remember, talent will get you noticed, but discipline will keep you successful.